Okay, so what we're gonna be doing, happy 2/22/22. Like, say that 10 times fast. That would be difficult. Turn this down a little bit. What we're gonna be doing here is calling back all of the pieces that we have lent out to the world, all of the pieces that we've shared with the family, friends, frenemies, all the people in our life that we have lent out our energy to, which is beautiful because it's important. It's important to share our energy with the world, but sometimes we leave it. Sometimes we accidentally leave it because if we don't know, we don't know. And so what we're going to be doing is really connecting to our soul, our higher self, and calling back all of those fractals of ourself that we unintentionally left with someone else in some other situation. Hi, Becky. I can't stay, but I will watch the replay in just a little bit. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit to you first about wholeness and about our shadow. And so I've had some downloads recently about this little voice in the back of my head. And I began we'll call it an ascension journey. I began my journey about 4 years ago. And I was in the midst of a divorce. And there was a lot of drama, a lot of trauma. I fully take responsibility for being half of that scenario for sure, which is a beautiful place of power when you're willing to take responsibility for the role that you played in every situation. Doesn't matter what it is. Even if someone hits you while driving on the interstate, there is an energetic responsibility that you play. And what I mean by that is when we are willing to acknowledge and recognize that the external world is a mirror of our internal state, we can change our entire life. We can change our entire life. And so how do we go inward? We go inward by doing many different things, right? Many different practices. I see James, he does breath work. Check him out. Amazing breath work. Breath work is amazing. It helps us to connect to our soul. It helps us to connect to our nervous system and take control back of our body. Meditation. Again, it helps us to connect to our soul. It helps us to silence and allow that path of divine knowledge, divine wisdom, infinite knowledge to be channeled into our knowing so that we can live life to its fullest. EFT tapping is another great one. All of these beautiful tools that we can infuse into our life, and if we do it with consistency and intention, it will change our life, but we have to be consistent. And so, round of applause that you showed up for this tonight, that you're willing to take time for yourself to come and be present in this space, to serve your soul. Because everything you do for self, you do for other. You being here as a parent, a brother, a sister, a friend, a counselor, whatever your profession is, you serve all of those that you are coming in contact with, even if you don't talk about what we learned, even if you don't communicate about it. It's still just your presence in being with yourself serves the entire collective, serves your entire lineage. Past, present, future. Yes, self-love matters, absolutely. And so I want to talk about a piece that I have really been working with lately. And I would love to help you tap into a little bit. And this is the shadow self. The shadow self. I've been hearing this little voice in the back of my head trying to tell me that I'm not enough. And it bothered me at first. And I just kept trying to push it down, But then I realized that this is just my shadow trying to get my attention. Because our shadow has massive, massive value. And when I talk about shadow, people may refer to it in different ways, but when I talk about shadow, what I'm referring to is all of those parts of us that we're not super comfortable with. All of those parts of us that we like to hide away, all of those parts of us that we might be ashamed of, all of those parts of us that we don't fully value in the way that we really should. And if we don't value those parts of us, every piece, every fractal, every mistake, I don't really believe in mistakes, but for lack of a better term, every mistake, every seemingly misguided decision, every snap, every angry argument, every time that we've strayed from our soul, those pieces, they make up our shadow, but they are part of us. They are part of us. And the only way that we can experience wholeness, the only way that we can experience true expansion is if we love every single piece of us, all of it. The good, again, quotes, the bad, the ugly. Every single piece of us is valuable. And so I want you to think of these parts of you where as a mom, you may have yelled at your child or something like that. These pieces that we don't always want to look at, they teach us something, right? They always teach us something. And what is the darkness without the light? How do we truly, fully experience the fullness of the light if we haven't experienced the depths of the darkness? It's not in vain. These difficult decisions, these broken relationships, these mistakes, they're never in vain because they are wisdom. They are wisdom. They have value. They have so much to offer to us. And so earlier today, I was sitting with my shadow because I had this voice in my head, this not enoughness. And I was like, okay, my shadow's trying to get my attention. So I need to ask, I know you're trying to get my attention. And it doesn't always happen in the most productive way, right? But my shadow wanted my attention. And so you know what I did? And you can do this too. I sat down and I closed my eyes. And I said, Shadow, what do you need to tell me? And the first word that came to me was mistake. And I just sat with it. Resisted the urge to overthink. I just sat with that word and let my shadow speak to me. And what I got was that every single supposed mistake that I've made in my life has not been in vain. That if I look at the work I'm doing right now, I am actively guiding, even on an individual basis, not just a collective basis like this. I am working with women who are learning from the mistakes, from the challenges, from the situations that I have not necessarily successfully navigated. But what do they say? Hindsight is 20/20, right? I have learned to take a higher perspective. And though I didn't necessarily take a higher perspective at the moment, at that time, I still learned from it. I still carried that shadow forward with me. And now it serves because of my new outlook on life. And so now the situations that I didn't handle so well in the past, I am helping people navigate those situations. So all of those situations were not in vain. And it was a beautiful affirmation and a beautiful heart healing for me. And that voice has calmed, that voice has quieted, because these were not mistakes. I am not inadequate. I am whole. I am whole, and so are you. And so I would encourage you, when that little nagging voice that you want to throw out the window is there, don't ignore it. Allow it to speak to you in a constructive manner. Now, I'm not saying beat yourself up and go down the hole. Ask your shadow what it would like to share with you. And I promise you, if you go into the silence and allow an opening for constructive dialogue with your shadow, there will be value. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, I see everyone chiming in. I love this. Thank you so much. This is so beautiful. Okay, now, the next thing I want to share, and then we're going to go into the activation, is, and I shared this with Mandy. You'll recognize this analogy, Mandy, is when these seemingly negative, we'll call them big emotions, big fears, big questions, big shadows come to the surface. I want you to think of them like a baby. Like a baby. So think about a baby. When you hold a baby, whether it's your baby or your friend's baby or your grandchild, and the baby is crying, what do you do? Think about how you feel in that situation. Why do you hold that baby? Do you hold that baby just to shut it up? I don't think so. You hold that baby with intention. You hold that baby with love and comfort and nourishment. You desire to feed that baby love, to feed the baby love, to comfort the baby and honor the baby. And so I even visualize this. When things come up for me, if I'm having some fear or anger or something that seems like a negative emotion, in what way is it serving me? It's a part of me and it deserves my love. We can heal thousands of lifetimes through love. Love transmutes all. And so you take that emotion and you cradle it like a baby. And you don't allow yourself to become the emotion, but you hold that emotion. You love it. You don't try to push it away, hide it away. You don't just want to shut it up because there's love there. Because just like that baby is a piece of you, a piece of the universe, a piece of your friend, these big emotions, big memories, big shadows, they are a piece of you. And when you can love yourself fully, every single light piece of you, every single dark piece of you, you call back into your heart your truth. And this is how we experience wholeness. And this is how we open our field to possibility and abundance and joy and all of these exciting, high vibrational emotions, peace, freedom. But we have to be willing to look at it all because it is us. We are not just the light, right? Okay, so now we're going to move into the activation. So I want you to get in a comfortable space. If you're not in a comfortable space, hopefully you've got a little bit of quiet. Although I've been known to just put my earbuds in and sit in the middle of the kids and do something like this. Like, you do what you've got to do. If you're taking the time, beautiful. If you have a glass of water, that would be amazing. I'm going to start with my beautiful sound healing bowl. Listen to this frequency a little bit. And then we're going to close our eyes and we're going to go into a guided meditation. I don't know where we're going. You know, I never go. I just let Source lead us. And we're going to call back all of those pieces of us that we have intentionally or unintentionally shared and left with the world around us. We're going to tap into our heart and we're going to go deep, deep, deep into gratitude with an understanding and a knowing that today's energy, whether it's the 22nd or 23rd for some, that this is a powerful portal. All of our intentions are enhanced, highly activated, everything that we desire right now, in this now moment, everything that we put our intention toward is magnified because of the energies that are present right now with this 2/22/22 portal. It is not necessarily a circular thing that you see in like the superhero movies. It's an energy. It's everywhere. It permeates the quantum, permeates the cosmos. It is available to all of us, no matter who we are, where we are, or what we're doing. All we have to do is focus on it a little bit, be aware, and know that you can manifest beauty or you can manifest bullshit just as easily. So I'm going to encourage you to come into the now moment with me. Put everything down. Get comfortable. Sit cross-legged. Lay down on your bed. Sit in your rocking chair. Doesn't really matter. Just commit to this time with me now. I'm going to do the healing sound bowl again, and I want you to think about an intention. What is your intention? Is there something specific that you're calling in to manifest? A relationship, a goal, a healing, a feeling? Think about it now. Place your hands on your heart. Drop your shoulders. Take a nice, deep breath. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Deep breath in now. Dropping your shoulders as you exhale, exhaling all the way entirely, breathing all of the breath out of your lungs. Another deep breath in and out. Again, dropping your shoulders, blowing the breath all the way out of your lungs, emptying your lungs completely. Rocking your body a little bit if you need to. Finding your center. Focus on your heartbeat. We're going to connect with Source and Mother Earth. See a light shooting out of your heart swiftly through your crown chakra, moving up into the cosmos, swiftly moving out through the stars, seeing the planets and all of the other galaxies, and connecting with the beautiful great central sun now. Seeing the connection, seeing this cord move into source light, pure unconditional love, and now coming back down into your body. And now seeing a cord wrap around your heart again, moving down through your root chakra swiftly, moving down through all of the layers of the earth, seeing the layers, the color change, the temperature change, moving down, 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 and moving into the central core of the earth, molten lava. See the lava. See it move, its soft texture. See the cord moving into the center of the earth now. And now carrying that energy, moving back up the cord swiftly and back into your body. And now bringing awareness to the fact that we are connected to Mother, Father, God. And now activating our column of ascension, seeing a beautiful cylinder moving up, up, up around that cord and connecting with Source. And now seeing this beautiful column move down, down, down into Mother Earth. This is your column of ascension. This is your divine protection, divine guidance. We're going to take 3 more deep breaths. And as we move in, or as we breathe in, we're going to see the energy move up to Source. And when we exhale, we're going to see the energy move down to Mother Earth. So now deep breath in and up, out and down. In and up, out and down. In and up, out and down. Again, relaxing your shoulders, shifting gently if you need to, and now softening. Your hands can remain on your heart, or you can move them down, whatever is comfortable for you. But I want you to focus on the beat of your heart. Feel your heart beat. Feel the rhythm. Feel the certainty. Relaxing your shoulders, softening. Your heart always beats for you. You never have to ask. Continue to focus on your heartbeat. And now we're going to connect with our soul. Picturing your soul, your higher self, your inner being, floating above you as an orb of energy. A beautiful orb of energy floating above your energy field. Now see that energy, that orb of energy. What color is it? Feel its presence. And now see it as it moves down into your energy field. Feel it as it comes closer. Now it's hovering above your crown chakra. Feel it. And now it's moving down through your crown chakra. See your crown open. It moves in and close. Moving down, activating your third eye. Moving down even further and activating your throat chakra. Moving down further and activating your heart chakra. Moving down to your solar plexus and activating your solar plexus. Down into your sacral and activating. Down into your root and activating. And now rising back up and resting in your heart. Feel the warmth. See that beautiful orb floating in your heart chakra, floating right in the center of your heart space. And it's spinning. See it spinning. feel it spinning. It's activating your heart, opening your heart, removing all of the layers that we've built up, all of the walls that we've erected around our heart to protect us. We don't need those walls anymore. We choose to feel it all and to move through it with grace and dignity. We choose love. We no longer choose fear. We are safe to open our hearts. Continue to focus on your heart. Now I want you to think about something that makes you very happy. It can be a person, a circumstance, a gift, a place. It can be anything. Something that makes you genuinely happy and fills your heart with gratitude. Feel it. Go there now. Be with that person now. Experience that experience now. And we are calling the physical embodiment of that gratitude into our body. I want you to experience it however feels good to you, whatever your intuition leads you to. See it as a color. What color is this person or experience? Paint it that color. And call that color into your heart. See it moving into your heart now. A smile, and feel it. Really feel it. Feel the gratitude for that beautiful person or experience. And say in your mind or out loud, thank you, thank you, thank you. This feels so good. This is my truth. This is my truth. I choose love. And now as this experience has moved into your heart, whatever color it is, beautiful pink, green, blue, purple, see your heart space painted in that color, your soul painted in that color. And now your beautiful soul, in this beautiful, deep feeling of gratitude, is going to move through every cell of your body. Every breath you take, your soul, love, gratitude is going to spread out from your heart chakra, moving up and down. See it as it spreads. See the cells in your body lighting up as it moves up through your neck, lighting up, up through your head, lighting up, and moving down, down, down through your ribs and your lungs and your torso and your belly and your abdomen and your intestines, touching every organ, your pancreas, your liver, all organs, moving down into your legs and your feet, down your arms and your hands, and calling in the fairy realm because I feel them here with us. They are activating the crystalline DNA in your blood and your bones, helping you shift into higher dimensional reality, where the contrast of duality no longer defines our growth as human beings, where we get to choose to ascend through love and not fear. And now feeling the fairies present with us, activating our heart, their whimsical love and lightheartedness, taking us back to our inner child, and now aiding us as we call back the pieces of us that we have knowingly or unknowingly left with other people in other circumstances. They are ushering those pieces of us back to our heart. And so just allow your soul to guide you. Allow your soul to take you, either unconsciously or through flashes of remembrance, through times in your life where as a child you didn't feel like you received the love or empathy that you needed and deserved, where you had experiences with people as a teenager or an adult where it just didn't feel so good. Where you left stress in a stressful situation, where you left fear in a fearful situation or with a person that scared you. Just visualize all of these beautiful fairies that came to aid us. They're carrying these pieces back to us, and just see them. It's like a movie. It's like a child's movie. These beautiful fairies, all different colors, and their little fairy wings, they're grabbing these pieces, these little fractals of us, and they're carrying them back to us. And they're just delivering them back into our soul. And if you feel like you need to cry, it's okay. Just let the emotion move. Requesting the most gentle integration. Requesting all of the upgrades, all of the transmutation be done through our energy field and not our physical body, so that our physical bodies can function optimally throughout the day. Asking that these gentle upgrades and transmutations occur in our sleep. Asking for affirmations. Asking for synchronicities throughout the day and the night in our dream time to show us that this is real, that the quantum is real, that the quantum is more real than any physical experience that we have ever had or will have. Take a nice deep breath, dropping your shoulders. Oh, just breathe into your heart. And just continuing to see all of these pieces moving back, feeling the love, feeling the wholeness. We're so divine, so whole, so special, so unique, so worthy. You are so worthy. And now thanking the beautiful fairy realm for being so present, so activating, and taking us back to our wholeness, taking us back to our childlike state where we all belong, and reminding us of what service we're doing for our children and allowing them to stay imaginative, stay in the realm of possibilities. We serve them on such a deep level doing this work. And when you're ready, coming back into your body and grounding this by focusing on the space between where you're sitting and the ground. This is Mother Gaia. We do not have to doubt gravity. We don't question it. And so why do we ever question our worthiness, our ability, our greatness, the unconditional love of Source that is inside of all of us? Mother Gaia reminds us every time we take a step. Every time. We came for a physical experience. We are worthy of all of our dreams, all of our desires. We get to make the rules. We just have to convince every cell of our body that that is our truth. And so we do the work. And when you're ready, wiggling your fingers and toes and opening your eyes. That was cool. I saw a fairy. At some point in this video, I looked up and I saw a fairy. Wow, that was really cool. You got to tell me how you feel. That was really magical. It's always magical for me too. The cool thing about this work is everything I do for you, I do for me, right? And I'm really just helping activate something within you. I'm not really doing anything. I just am pointing to a light, that's all. You're doing it. We're really doing it within ourselves. I guess I should have known the fairy realm was going to come because they've been present with me, but I didn't know that was really cool. Did you see the fairies? They're like floating around, fluttering their little wings, just carrying these little pieces, these little sparkly pieces of all of us back into our hearts. That was really neat. Okay. So something I'm going to do that was suggested to me, and I'm going to take the suggestion. If anyone feels that they would like to make a donation for what I'm doing, I'm totally open to that. I'm trying to be better about being open to receive. I'm still trying to balance this like give-receive cycle, which I think is very present for many light workers and many healers. I still have work to do there. And so like, even the fact that I feel the resistance in my field about even saying that, but I am going to put a PayPal link in the comments. And if anyone feels called, you're welcome to donate. It's deeply appreciated, but never expected. Like, I fully intend to come in here and do this stuff for free because, again, it serves me on such a deep level as well. So don't feel like you have to. Certainly if you're in a circumstance where that will not work for you, absolutely do not. But I will post that because I know that, you know, giving people, which again, I'm still learning, giving people an opportunity to give to you is very important, and it serves them as much as it serves you. So I know I have a lot of healers on this, you know, life coaches. I'm seeing the names of people who are in service that are in the same boat as me, trying to balance that give-receive cycle. So I know that even just me speaking that serves in some way. All right, you got to tell me how you feel. Tell me your experiences. Tell me like what you saw, if you feel called to share. Thank you. That was amazing. Oh, Leona, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. This was so magical. And what I really love about this is when you share with me, it enhances my belief and my ability to channel a message. There's something about doing something often and getting feedback that really, really lights me up and makes me want to keep going and just makes me feel more powerful in my ability. Melissa, my body kept twitching, little jolts here and there. Oh yeah, that's the little fairies tapping into your bones and blood. That's awesome. Good. So you're moving stuff out of your body. You might do some EFT tapping or some breath work to assist your body in moving. So we store, right? Like all of these experiences we have throughout our life, we store them in our body. They store in every cell of our body. And doing EFT tapping, doing breath work, physically helps us to remove that from our body so that we can get our nervous system back into a steady state where our sympathetic nervous system is not taking over. So you may consider that, Melissa. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Happy portal freaking day. And this energy doesn't just go away after today, right? Like it's still here. It's still very powerful. Like it continues to linger. So use it. Sit down, write some gratitudes. I'm about to write some gratitudes about how far I have come. Focusing on the gap between where I was and where I am now, instead of the gap between where I am now and where I want to be. Focused on the other gap. I love you so much. Bye-bye. Bye, Janine.